Welcome back to the Cabin Podcast. I'm Andrea Belke.
And I'm Megan Christian.
The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association and the WCA Group Health Trust. And this week, it's the week of love.
It is. And it's also episode 50 of The Cabin.
That's crazy.
That's insane. How do you feel about it?
Well, it's our 50. Obviously,
our 50.
Our listeners know.
Of The Cabin season 2.
Yeah, this has gone back. There's probably been, hundreds and hundreds at this point.
We were on the radio before this.
Yeah. But for us doing this together, it's been 50 episodes, which doesn't actually make sense in my brain.
No, it doesn't. It kind of feels like it's been more than that for some reason. For me.
I feel like you've been here for years.
I feel like I've been here for ages.
I don't know. 50 is a lot.
It is. It's a pretty big milestone for us, I think. And just seeing how far we've come from the start is really cool.
Yeah. We've improved a lot. Even just if you watch our clips, I mean, in the beginning, we were putting out clips that were really dark.
I sent you a clip the other day and I was like, how did we think this looked okay?
Yeah, I don't know. But I will say, obviously, we couldn't do all this without our listeners and our viewers. When I was in Lake Geneva filming for Winterfest, I had 2 people come up to me and say that they love The Cabin. And that usually doesn't happen. If people approach me in public, it's almost always Survivor. Mm-hmm. Sometimes Discover Wisconsin. But then to have 2 people say we love The Cabin.
Yeah. I've had it happen a couple times to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, where I'm from, I feel like people maybe know it a little bit more just because I always am shouting out Oconomowoc. But I was at the airport one time. Someone came up to me and said they love The Cabin. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And one of the ladies said she loved The Cabin and she loved the pizza recommendations. I'm not making this up. And who was on that episode?
Was it me?
Yeah.
We have Josh back in the cabin, guys.
We're not going to talk about heart-shaped pizzas, though, for Valentine's Day because it's a ripoff. Anybody that sells heart-shaped pizzas, you're ripping people off.
You're targeting Papa John's right now is what I'm hearing.
I think another Papa does it as well, but it's more of the take and bake, if you will. Yeah.
Well, I don't have any of that on my list.
Nope, I don't either.
So we thought for today we were going to dive into things to do for Valentine's Day because this is coming out and then Valentine's Day will be on that Saturday. So you have a little time to plan if you haven't planned already.
Hopefully you have all asked your Valentines to be your Valentine because I know my boyfriend has not yet.
Oh.
Wait,
so they brought in the most romantic guy they know, i.e. me.
Yeah. Are you a romantic?
Yeah. Well, Valentine's Day, especially in Wisconsin, it's traditionally the, candles, some soft handwritten notes, the alabaster glow of the Wisconsin winter.
Yeah.
You see what you can do romantically.
Yeah. We also have Gavin in the cabin. Are you a romantic guy, Gavin?
I would say so, yeah. I like romance movies.
Okay.
Romance movies.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
The Notebook, classics like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, before we get into events around the state or ideas for Valentine's Day, we wanted to just do does anyone have any Wisconsin hot takes? We've done 50 episodes together. You've been a part of a lot of these. Anything you've learned? Any hot takes?
I have developed this hot take. I kind of already had it, but I feel like it'll kind of make people mad. I think that the brandy old fashioned is overrated. And I think that bourbon or whiskey is way better in an old fashioned.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm a big whiskey old fashioned guy.
Yep.
I am not a brandy guy.
Yeah, I'm a bourbon old fashioned. Yep.
Yeah. And I feel like, though, a lot of people in our comments will be like, no, I love brandy old fashions. Like, that is classic Wisconsin. I just can't get behind it. Way too sweet for me.
Yes, too sweet for me too.
Yep. My other one is Bloody Marys. Can't get behind the Bloody Mary.
What?
I can.
Okay.
You like Bloody Marys?
Oh, God, yes.
What do you like about them?
If you get a little, let's say you put a little horseradish in it, and it's got that kick, and you put enough seasoning in, and then, I don't need a Bloody Mary that has everything on it. Like if you go to Sobelman's in Milwaukee, it's cool because
you're getting a burger.
Yes, I mean it's
Mary.
massive, right? But if you just give me just a classic, put a beef stick in there and maybe a pickle, boom, I'm good. Let's ride. A Bloody Mary is good. I've ordered Bloody Marys late into the evening. It's not just like a Sunday morning thing.
I mean, back in my heavy drinking days, it was definitely the best hair of the dog situation.
Okay.
I can't get behind it. I feel like vodka and tomato juice just don't belong together.
Well, you're
And
wrong.
every time...
So
Okay, well that's
what's
why
your
it's a
other
hot
hot take?
My hot take is I actually like this time of year more than any month in the fall, because this feels like a calm, it's the calm before the storm. Sometimes in summer, I'm overwhelmed because I have so much FOMO. There's so much going on. You feel like time is slipping away. I feel like this time is where you can actually kind of relax. You don't feel guilty about just kind of having a lazy day. It's the winter. You got to take care of yourself. You got to treat yourself. I don't feel guilty about treating myself and like relaxing and being kind to myself, because we're all trying to get through this winter together.
I'm laughing because I totally feel guilty constantly for not doing anything, and the winter depression has got me good. I'm ready for this to be over.
See,
So I will say you're 100% right, because once winter comes into play, you have the holidays. And then after the holidays, you have January and February where it's just enjoy Wisconsin. And it does. It slows down. Packers are out of the playoffs. Okay. But then you get to experience all of what Wisconsin has to offer. And if you get a day like we had this last weekend with Winterfest and blue skies, cold as can be, but gorgeous. It was like, it was so fun walking around, seeing the snow sculptures, seeing the ice sculptures, being out on Geneva Lake, just having fun. And then afterwards, I went to Mars Resort. And it was like, oh, this is just, it's classic. And then you walk inside and everything is all nice and hot. And it's like some bars you go to or a restaurant might have a big roaring fire going. So if, like, say you go to Fox and Hound and they have their big fireplace going, you just go in and slow down and enjoy it. That's the best part about a Wisconsin winter.
When March hits, are you kidding me?
I'll be happy when March
Birds start
hits.
chirping.
Yep.
The seasonal depression fades, and I'm happier and happier, and then we're off to the races.
I will say I love the resurgence of spring. I'm so excited to hear the birds outside my window and wake up a little earlier because the sun's shining through my window. Right now it's so dark when I wake up at like 6:30. I'm like, bring on the sunshine.
Yeah.
But
The first time you put the boat in the water in the spring, fire the engine.
I
I don't have a boat, but I mean.
And do you have any hot takes?
And it doesn't matter for the season, right?
No.
Okay. I would say that road tripping across Wisconsin, this was the first year that we went. So Mark and I were doing some traveling for some work stuff in northwest Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
We hit roads that neither he or I have ever been on. Getting off the trails and like the main highways and the interstate in Wisconsin is so awesome to do. And then to find these little tiny towns, these all the stuff that Jared talks about with the dive bars, they exist in all these little county roads and like these random places. Some of my favorite road trips in the state are up in that little corner of the
So your hot
state.
take is that northwest Wisconsin is where it's at.
It's underrated, I
Okay.
think. So I think we should try to guide more people up to that area to really appreciate it, because it is underrated.
Yeah.
It's funny because whenever we talk about it or we put a clip out, the people from that area go, "Don't talk about us."
Don't
I know.
talk about us.
I know, it's exactly right. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
road tripping kind of brings me to drivers. And what state in the Midwest do you think has the best drivers?
Oh. So I owe Illinois an apology, because I used to think that Illinois drivers were terrible. I appreciate Illinois drivers now because they drive fast and you know what you can expect with them. They're consistent, right? So you're driving along and it's like you see somebody coming up, they have Illinois plates, and they're going to go right by you.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I understand that. The people that drive me insane.
Are you going to say Minnesota?
Well, okay. I could say many states around us, but I'm not even going to say a state. It's the people that use the adaptive cruise control.
Oh, don't even get me started.
The person that invented adaptive cruise control should be put out to pasture, because that is the dumbest invention ever, because all of a sudden it will slow down your car as you come up to somebody. So if let's say you hit the cruise at the speed limit and then you just go and you catch up to somebody who's not going the speed limit,
It's going to bump you down.
It's gonna go that speed. And then as soon as the person moves over that's in front of the person with adaptive cruise control, then it speeds up.
Okay.
So if you're following the person using normal cruise control, like a normal human being, then all of a sudden you can't pass them. You can't get around them because their speed is fluctuating because they're using adaptive cruise control.
Well,
The
but
worst
here's the
invention
thing.
ever.
Here's the thing. My car, I have cruise control, but it won't let me turn off the adaptive cruise control. So I just can't even use it unless there's no traffic. I just gotta use the gas pedal the whole
Okay,
time.
wait.
You have to hold the cruise control,
You're gonna have
and
to
it-
teach me how to
and
do
it
this.
automatically kicks you out of adaptive cruise control to normal.
Okay,
cruise
I have to
control.
be honest. I didn't know people used cruise control.
What?
What's the
Do you not?
Yeah,
You don't have
no.
to keep your foot on the gas.
Yeah, but I feel like that's dangerous.
No, it's like really good for your gas mileage.
And it's good
So
for
you
not
you
making
hit
me
cruise
snap.
control. Please remember, I lived in New York for like 10 years. I'm not.
She's not a transportation queen.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So you guys like to have the cruise control, and then you just kind of rest your foot on the pedal, and
You
just,
don't
You
even
don't
have
even
to
rest
rest
it.
your foot.
You have your foot right on the ground.
That
This is-
seems dangerous.
No.
It should be ready to hit the brakes if something happens.
Well, yeah, but
Well, okay. Let's specify. You're not, if you're going into Milwaukee and you're going by the zoo interchange,
you're not using
you're not using cruise control.
got it.
When you're driving from Madison up to Eagle River, cruise control.
And you're
Yep.
setting it at a speed.
Yes.
Yeah,
And what are you setting it at?
the speed limit.
Of
You looked at the
course.
camera for our
course,
listeners.
sir.
Gavin, do you use cruise control?
I use adaptive cruise control.
You're the worst.
I know. But the worst part is my car sets an automatic distance to the car in front
That's
of me
what
too.
mine does.
You
So I
can
can't-
change that.
I
I'm
change
sure
it
I
to the
can,
minimum.
but I like annoying people like you on the roads. I think that's
Okay.
just good overall.
I don't.
Okay.
I do not feel like Illinois drivers are the people that utilize adaptive cruise control. They use their foot and their pedal and they go, and I appreciate it.
I do wish I could turn it off though. All jokes aside,
I do too,
seriously.
because I'm a cruiser. I thought you were going to maybe say Minnesota. I love Minnesota as a state, but they drive so slow.
I was a bit aggressive. Minnesota, depending, it's all over the board. Wisconsin's all over the board.
Yeah.
I get that. Illinois is consistently, fast
And crazy drivers.
And again, I like that.
Yeah.
So this is my apology to Illinois drivers. My anger and angst towards them for years was misplaced. Now I appreciate the way they drive.
Well, there we go.
All right.
Before we hop into Valentine's Day events, I wanted to talk about kind of just a little blurb of something cool that just happened in Wisconsin not too long
Okay.
ago. So there's a girl named Genevieve. She's from Lake Geneva. And you guys know what American Idol is,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Well, she just won a golden ticket to Hollywood. And I thought it was such a cool thing
Oh,
On
wow.
this current season?
on this current season.
Oh.
Yeah, so everyone cheer on Genevieve. She has a really cool voice and a really cool look. She's very blonde and kind of just has this alternative
Mhm.
style to her. She's
Very
awesome.
blonde.
Blonder than us. She is like white platinum.
That's
It
the
looks
only
so
reason we're
cool.
giving a shout out is because she's
She is
very
such a-
I was
blonde.
just describing her.
Okay.
She's
She's a
such
really
a cool look. Super blonde.
Yeah. Yeah.
Us. Call us cool too while you're at it, Josh.
Oh, man.
But yeah, everyone go vote for her and everything. So,
Yeah.
thought that was kind of cool.
Gavin, any hot takes before we?
I think the real Wisconsin basketball team is the Badgers and not the Bucks. And I think recent events have shifted my perspective on that.
Okay.
Wow, that is a hot take.
Yeah.
That is a very hot take.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about it.
Our Marquette fans aren't going to be very happy with that, are they?
I think you have to have recent success in order to be
Oh.
considered,
Well,
Okay.
Gavin's bringing the heat.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right. Valentine's Day, right around the corner. How are we celebrating?
Personally, I mean, there's no plans currently. That's a Saturday too, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Um,
You better get on it.
yeah, I'm going to be late to the party on it, but it traditionally, you'd like to think that me being Mr. Romanto, that I've got plans, blah 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 blah. No, it's going to be very it's going to be very normal. You want to know why? Because every day is Valentine's Day in my world.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Romanto.
I will say this though. This is the weekend and the event that if you're looking to go to, like a weekend getaway, look at like the boutique hotels across the state and really hook those places up because they are very special. Like over the holidays, we went to La Crosse. to visit with family. And so we decided to, my wife, my son, and my dog and I decided to stay at the Charmont in La Crosse. Rotary Lights was happening right at Riverside Park. We had a room that was overlooking Riverside Park and all the lights.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. Then we wake up in the morning, we took Nellie for a walk along the river, and then we went in and we had breakfast, and it's at the restaurant that they had there. It was awesome. Now, if we were to do that Valentine's Day weekend, it would be awesome as well, because obviously they're not going to have the Rotary Lights, but you're going to wake up, you're going to be able to see the river, you're going to be able to go explore some of the restaurants, you can go walk downtown, you could do that there. I'm a big Grand Geneva guy, and I think the one Valentine's episode that we had, I talked about Grand Geneva, but that is the type of place where you can just get lost, and you don't even have to leave the facility. You can just have a really awesome room. Then you can go to the restaurants. If you want to ski, they have a little hill there that you can go to. Otherwise, you're close to Wilmot. You can go downtown Lake Geneva, explore all that. There's a ton of resorts and whatnot. If you're in Green Bay, Hotel Northland. Have you guys ever stayed at Hotel Northland?
No.
They have a little bar like downstairs in the basement, and it has a 2-lane bowling alley, so you can go there. It's just like nice restaurant. You can look at all the places, like in the Sheboygan area. They have Blue Harbor.
Yeah.
You can go to Elkhart Lake. Was it the Osthoff? And then so all the restaurants and everything around there. You can go to the American Club if you really want to dole out some stuff. But all these places offer these like unique like stay experiences that sometimes you don't, on your typical trip, you might think it's easy, just go to a chain, but on a Valentine's Day weekend where you're trying to be romantic and you're trying to make something special, go to a boutique place that you can then go and walk around, hit some restaurants, some nice drinks, and really explore.
Wow.
I do feel like those bed and breakfasts are a little more romantic in general. Just when you show up, they normally have a glass of champagne.
Oh, you're a
for you.
B&B.
Yeah. I mean, Mon Bijou in Oconomowoc is very romantic.
Oh.
If you stay there, they're going to greet you with a glass of champagne. You have a mini bar in your room. Like, they have homemade chocolates from local places, and it's pretty damn romantic, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say, I've talked about it on here before, but the Parlor Hotel in Princeton.
Is that, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that is like the cutest hotel. It's just this artsy little town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's the Horseradish restaurant right there. Renard's is a bake shop across the street, so that would be kind of cute. There's obviously a ton of places in Milwaukee, but I like that, like a little boutique hotel or B&B. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Or even a resort that you would typically go to in the summertime. Like if you're going up north, let's say like you pick Eagle River, right? And you go to one of their many lodges that are on the lake. Like for instance, Wild Eagle Lodge is one where you can go in, you could rent a place, you get 1-2 bedroom, doesn't matter. It has its own little living room with a fireplace in it, gas fireplace, and you hit it. And then it's like you can get out and enjoy some of the restaurants in the area. You can cross-country ski if you want to do that. You can snowmobile if you want to do that. If you want to ice fish on Valentine's Day weekend and freeze, you could do that. I mean, there's all these different things you can do, but you take what you can do in Eagle River at one of those resorts and put it in Hayward, or put it in Ashland, or put it, Superior. It doesn't really matter because it's all over Wisconsin that you could do that kind of stuff.
I mean, speaking of up north, I have a pretty cool event that I think is great for Valentine's Day, and it's great for people who aren't able to celebrate Valentine's Day on actual Valentine's Day, because this event is on February 28th. It's called A Night of Amore. How romantic.
Where's this?
This is at Bates Art Bar in Bayfield.
Ooh, Bayfield. Beautiful area to celebrate Valentine's Day.
And I know that a lot of places in Bayfield too have it's not called a stay and play package, but similar to that, where you can do like $279 a night and you get coupons to all these restaurants and stuff in the area, get a stay in a motel or hotel. But
how do you know the exact price?
Because I looked it up earlier, and I almost included it, but I didn't, because
this is a non-ad read. So
I know. So, anyways, A Night of Amore at Bates Art Bar in Bayfield. This is February 28th. The time was a little weird, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., but maybe it's subject to change. I tried to look. Everything was consistently 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. But this is a 5-course meal with wine and cocktail pairings, live music, and a photo booth, which is kind of cute. And then tickets are $135. I don't think that's bad for a 5-course meal, to be honest with you, especially when you're getting the drinks along with it. It looks really cute in there. It's kind of dark and moody. And then they have like very vibrant blue bar chairs and everything. It looked really neat.
So, 5-course meal. Walk me
meal.
through a 5-course meal.
Well, so I'm sure it starts off like you walk in the door. It's maybe an appetizer with a drink pairing, right? Little, maybe people walking around, or they have them stationed at the bar.
Like a cheese curd.
Maybe a cheese
Yeah,
curd.
maybe a cheese
I'm
curd.
sure it's a little more high end than that. Maybe like a crostini of sorts. And
A
then
bacon wrap date.
Yeah, perfect.
That would be a great option. And then it's probably kind of like a small starter, like at Sand Valley when we did the 4-course meal, it was a garlic shrimp, so a little bit smaller.
Not a
Maybe it'll
shrimp guy, but that's all right.
Maybe it'll be a super salad. And then you kind of have something to warm up your palate to go into the main entree. So, I don't know, could be, a garlic shrimp. It could be that. I
Okay.
don't know. It didn't say exactly what they had, especially because it's in the morning. It might be a little different. Maybe like a ham or something of that sort. And then entree, and then I'm sure something to wind down the entree and a dessert.
So Megan gave a good option for Bayfield, and that would be the weekend after Valentine's Day.
Yep.
But Bayfield's actually doing a lot for
Mhm.
Valentine's Day. So you can get also a 5-course dinner at Harbor Table. You can
yum.
go to the Portage for live music. You can go to Legendary Waters Resort. They host a sweetheart dinner and dance.
We're really giving Bayfield a
cute.
shout out here.
No,
huh?
really, I know. But
Hey.
they're doing a lot. I was looking.
Yeah.
They have a sweetheart dance, which I think is really cute.
Yeah.
It's
And
adorable.
then they're doing this, the Book Across the Bay. Have you heard of this?
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that isn't necessarily like a romantic thing, but it's on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for years. So
Mhm.
it's basically a race, and it goes from West End Park in Washburn and it finishes in Ashland. And people ski and snowshoe across Lake Superior. It ends with live music and food. And it's this candlelit race, 10 kilometers, and it's just across Lake Superior. And they have about 4,000 skiers that come out.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool event that happens just on Lake Superior on
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
That's a very popular event, and anyone can do it too. Like any time of the day, is it too, or just at night? Because
I think it's at night because it's candlelit. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of speaking of just unusual or out of the box ideas, I'm curious about your take here. Okay. So in Milwaukee,
Okay.
you can get married or renew your vows for $30 at Lakefront Brewery on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Wouldn't you want to renew your vows at Lakeside Brewery?
It does. I mean, it doesn't
Lakefront
jump.
Brewery.
It does not jump out to me as something that I would be like, "Hey, Cindy, you want to go down to the brewery and renew our vows?" And it wouldn't be romantic. But going to Lakefront Brewery is a fun activity.
Yeah.
I would not take her on the brewery tour or any of that stuff. I would probably just sit at one of their long tables and maybe have a appetizer and drink a couple of cocktails and just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, but it seems like a fun
Yeah.
event if you're also kind of just having, I don't know, it's a little silly, but you can go and watch other people renew their vows and have a first dance. They've been
Yeah.
doing this for 11 years. So from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
It's a big hit, huh?
Yeah, they're doing
Yeah.
wedding ceremonies for $30,
That's
5
crazy.
to 10-minute ceremonies or renew your vows. And then they also have a mass vow renewal for free, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. The owner and president of Lakefront Brewery, Russ Klisch, he's doing 2 free vow renewals.
Wow.
So it's a mass vow renewal and then a first dance.
Is he ordained?
He
Must be.
That's very spontaneous.
Wow.
I
yeah,
love that idea.
I think it's kind of a cute idea.
Yeah. Well,
And
speaking
casual.
Yeah. Well, speaking of brewing companies and breweries, this one is pretty cool. It's at Gravity Box Brewing Company in Boston, and they're having a murder mystery night.
Okay, that'd be fun.
That'd be really fun. I think this is a good one to really get your significant other involved in, or even some friends. Like if you guys want to invite some friends, could be good for Galentine's Day. If you're a guy and you're single and want to invite your friends, that could also be fun. This is on February 14th.
Wait, what did you just say? Galentine's Day?
Yeah.
What is that?
What?
What? You don't know what Galentine's Day is?
I'm
Everyone
gonna
says
guess.
that.
I'm gonna guess it's a bunch of gals hanging out.
Yes. Galentine's Day, I would argue, is better than Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day for the gals. Anyways, this is February 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $45. Pretty good price, too. So, Josh, I'm curious your reaction to this. The theme is a pimpin' homicide.
A pimpin' homicide.
Yeah.
They're encouraging people to dress in pimp, gigolo, or escort style.
Be fun.
What are you wearing? What are you dressing as if you go?
Well, the doorman.
Okay.
I'll be the
Nah,
doorman.
little gigolo costume.
Yeah.
Well, I can cut a rug.
So with your ticket, there is a themed menu with heavy appetizers, small plates, and a themed drink is included. And you also get a drink ticket for at the bar. So this typically takes around 2 to 3 hours, they say. It's been a popular event in the past. But yeah, that is, once again, the Murder Mystery Night at Gravity Box Brewing Company in Boston.
So, yeah, that sounds fun. And Boston's a fun little area.
Yeah.
Heading out towards, the Toma, Black River Falls area, just have a little fun.
I have one in Black River Falls, too.
You do have one in Black River Falls?
Yeah. Should I say it right now?
Yeah, but I'm curious on the Galentine. Like, what do you...
Okay, Galentines is just it.
What have you done? I mean, do you hang out with other blondes, apparently? It's only blondes?
I think that, Galentines, it's for usually single girls that aren't in relationships. And you know how girls are. We have great female friendships.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Gavin.
the guys do. I can't speak for the guys.
I was just going to say, Gavin, have you ever done a Galentine?
I think Palentines is probably the
I think
alternative,
that is
but
the alternative,
I don't
yeah.
think it hits the guys as hard when they're single on Valentine's Day. I'm like, sick. I get a day to do this, this, and this, right? But for
Kevin's
the
like,
girls,
awesome video
I
games
feel
for
like
the whole
there's
day.
a little
Apparently,
pressure.
he would go to a Badger game over a Bucks game
Certainly.
Yeah.
on Palentine's Day.
No, I think Galentines is just a way to celebrate your female friendships.
Yeah.
And sometimes for Valentine's Day, I do think it does hit people where you're kind of sad. I mean,
Yeah.
because like, even if you're really happy being single, sometimes, when I've been single on Valentine's Day, you just feel a little like,
Okay.
dang, I love being single, but it'd be kind of nice to have someone.
Okay.
Dang,
You
I
guys-
love looking at my Instagram feed and
Yes.
everyone's kissing.
Yes.
I'm gonna sound like
What?
we should probably cut this, but when in my single days, let's say I was in college and I was single,
Oh boy.
I was not pursuing a relationship from like mid to late October until late February
Because you didn't want to
because
deal with the
you're
gifts.
avoiding Christmas and Valentine's Day.
Well, okay. You know how many
know?
couples break up right before Valentine's Day?
A lot.
Because if you're not in a good spot and then you have this day of love that is so much pressure, I think in general, even if I'm in a relationship, I don't love the concept of Valentine's Day. Like you said before, I think every day should be Valentine's Day if you are in a happy couple. I think it's kind of a, what is it, like a Hallmark holiday?
Right.
So
Yeah.
there is a part of me that's like, I don't love it because it also does make people feel bad if you're not in a relationship.
Right.
Oh, sure. I
So
think
that's
that's
what
any
that's what
any
Galentine's
holiday,
Day is.
though.
I think
Yeah.
people kind of, they rebuttal Valentine's Day and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna hang out with my girlfriends. And some girls in relationships still do Galentines because it's just a way to celebrate with your friends.
Right. Okay.
The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association, and this week we are featuring Buffalo County. We are heading west. Buffalo County sits along the Mississippi River with some of the highest bluffs in the state and views that stretch for miles. People come here for the scenery, rolling farmland, river backwaters, and winding roads galore. It's a favorite spot for hiking, fishing, kayaking, and connecting with nature. For hikers, you can check out protected areas like the Tiffany Wildlife Area, especially popular for bird watching, which does feel like it's right around the corner. You'll see bald eagles, tundra swans, pelicans, and more. Since the Mississippi shapes a lot of the life here, you can expect lots of kayaking and canoeing in the warmer months, as well as snowshoeing and cross-country skiing in the winter. Small towns like Alma and Mondovi offer local cafes, historic buildings, and riverfront parks. These small towns add so much character. Alma's historic riverfront features 19th century buildings and amazing access to the Great River Road. For more, go to wicounties.org.
The Cabin is also brought to you by the WCA Group Health Trust. Serving local governments and school districts, the WCA Group Health Trust partners closely with members to fulfill their employee health benefit obligations in a fiscally responsible manner. Learn more at wcaght.org.
So let's hear Black River Falls. What
All
do you
right,
got going there?
so Black River Falls is having the Winter Festival, and this
Okay.
takes place at, it's either Lunda Community Park or Lunda Community Park. This is February 14th from 3 to 8 p.m. I think this is a really good one if you have kids. So here's the schedule. 3 to 5 p.m. they have sledding, hot chocolate, ice skating on the Lunda Pond if conditions are good, which Hopefully they will be. We've been having some pretty cold weather recently. Face painting, concessions, and they say loads of fun. And then from 5 to 6, they have a break for dinner. So I think they're having vendors, like I said, concessions there.
Yeah.
There's places around where if you want to pop out for a little bit, you can do that. And then from 6 to 8 p.m., they have a lit snowshoe hike through Lunda Park.
Oh, wow.
So it sounds like a lot of fun. All other parts of this event are completely free. All of the equipment is provided. So if you did want to do the snowshoe hike, they'll provide that for you. And you can go for the whole day or just part of it. If you had, let's say dinner plans later on, you could just do the part earlier with the kids and then send them off to the babysitter,
Yeah.
I think it sounds like a really fun day.
That does sound like a fun day. And I do like options because you asked me, what am I going to do for Valentine's Day? I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. Johnny's got a basketball tournament, so he's going to be playing in that. And he's probably going to have some other stuff to do. And, Cindy and I are going to be going along with whatever he's doing. But if you're a family and you're out and, mom and dad or whatever, your parents are wanting to enjoy each other's company, it's just as easy to go to one of these festivals and be around everybody, and then then you can give each other the side eye and a little wink, and then and that's your Valentine's Day, right? But that's a lot of people. So when we say like go to boutique hotels or go to these really great restaurants and do some of that, sometimes it's just going to the Buckhorn Supper Club and really enjoying each other's company as a family and everybody having a salad bar.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't have to go all out.
Right. Actually, I'm not okay. That's not a rip on the Buckhorn either. I was saying it's a very nice supper club. Very nice. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
That's your off.
We knew
one,
what you meant.
But there's different like different tiers of and like different experiences.
Right.
Yeah. Like sometimes you want to go really high end or do something. To go to a random town in Wisconsin and drive there and get a boutique hotel and do all that stuff. That is a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe you're in a season where you're all very busy and just want to do something a little more casual or nearby.
Right.
But since we're on the topic of kind of these out of the box ideas, there are a few others that are unique. So if you are in the mood to plan something a little unique, who does it great? Cave of the Mounds is always doing different events.
Yeah.
So they have
events.
Love on the Rocks, which that name does make me think, isn't like on the rocks mean
like, oh.
Yeah. But anyway, they're having Love on the Rocks.
I was actually thinking it was like booze, like on the rocks. So, okay. I was thinking drinks. You're thinking a topsy-turvy relationship.
Very Wisconsin of you.
Yeah. But I do think that they're not leaning into the on the rocks in a bad way. I think it's just because it's rocks.
It's on a rock.
Yeah. So Love on the Rocks, it's on February 14th.
Okay.
And it's $35, 21 and over. So this is a not kids event.
Okay.
And basically it's just live music. There's a couple of musicians from Wisconsin, very folksy, acoustic, and soulful. And it's candlelit through the caves. So go there for some live music and I think some snacks and drinks as well.
Okay.
And just enjoy the caves.
And that's on Valentine's Day?
It's on Valentine's Day from 7 to 9. So that's a cool option. Another one for fun, zip lining in Lake Geneva.
In the winter?
In the winter. Well, they do it in the winter.
Oh.
They do. They have an event. Yeah. The Zip Line and Dine event. It's their 8th annual.
Oh, really?
So, they have Lake Geneva Zip Lines and Adventures, and it's a 3-course dinner. You go zip lining. They have a 1,200-foot long line.
Yeah.
And then do a dinner afterwards.
Wow.
That's pretty
Would you
cool.
go zip lining on Valentine's Day?
What's the weight capacity on that line?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will say, to get out and explore and find these festivals, I'll be honest, Winterfest, my first time at Winterfest was this last one.
Yeah.
I'd never been there. We've featured it on Discover Wisconsin and we've filmed it, but our teams go down there. You were down there filming. This was the first time that I went down there, and I've been to Lake Geneva plenty of times. And to be there and to see the kettle corn truck. I don't even know the name of the kettle corn truck, but we bought one as we were leaving. That kettle corn was the best kettle corn I've ever had. Hands down.
Yeah.
And it was like, but you're going around, you're seeing these sculptures, and it's all these people are walking around, everybody's having fun, and then you hit downtown and you experience it. So like if you're doing the zip lining tour, it's going to be fun, and then afterwards there's all these places that you can go. The one in Black River Falls, it's going to be fun. Just go and experience it and just take it all in. That's kind of the cool thing with festivals and going out and experiencing everything this Wisconsin has.
Yeah, and so at this point that you're listening, Winterfest is over, but I would plan for next year because that was my first time. They have people from all over the world. There was a team from Mexico. There was a team from Turkey.
Yep.
And they create these huge snow sculptures. And I loved it. Walking around and looking at that, it was packed too. It was a poppin' time.
Tens of thousands of people downtown.
Yeah, live music, different vendors.
Bonfires on the beach with fire dancers.
And these sculptures were so cool.
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah, so I highly recommend when you're, at this point, it's going to be another year till it, but when you're planning out next winter, sometimes I think when it's cold, you don't want to go out, but it was worth it.
Bundle up.
Yep.
Just go.
Yep.
Another one, kind of hitting a smaller community in Portage, they have a chocolate tour on Valentine's Day. So it's $20 per ticket. It's held by the Portage Chamber of Commerce, and you can get tickets. I think you can go to the chamber and get tickets. Otherwise, if you go on Eventbrite and look up Portage Chamber of Commerce. And look up Portage Chamber of Commerce, they'll show up. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And they do a chocolate sample at each stop that you go to. It didn't list the stops yet, but it sounded really unique. And you also get a little shopping gift bag for if you participate in it. Kind of cool. And then a lot of local businesses, when you're making the stops, they'll have different specials. So if it's at a boutique, they'll have a shopping deal, dining deals, drink deals, and a lot of stuff. And I think that Portage is one of those communities that's so small, like tight-knit, but really cute and fun. We had one of our premieres at the Portage Theater, and the way that community just comes together is so cool. If you're in central Wisconsin, definitely go check that one out.
Yeah, chocolate tasting. That's a good idea.
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going back to the boutique hotels. That just reminded me of Beloit. Beloit is an area where, people will just be cruising by on the interstate, or they're not going to think about go to Hotel Goodwin for a weekend, or go stop at some of the restaurants that they have down there, like right downtown. Pretty cool spot.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have an event, like a nice romantic event, but
there's something.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure, yeah.
I mean, you keep saying boutique hotels, and that leads me to boutique. And this is more of a Galentine's event, but Sips and Blooms event at Patina V, which is a boutique in Ripon. It's kind of an antique shop. They have a sipping room where you can get coffee, wine, and stuff. But this is around $60 per ticket. Takes place in their sipping room on February 12th from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7:30 p.m. So for this one, you're creating bouquets. So they have all the flowers separate. You can pick out your stems, your greenery, make a little bouquet. And then they also have vases for you. So that's what kind of usually drives me away from those bouquet making events is you just wrap them up in paper, and then it's like, oh, my flowers are going to die on the way home if it's cold out and, they don't have water. But they do give you the vase. And also, your first glass of wine is included with your ticket. So you're kind of getting a pretty good deal. You're going to pay that much for a really nice bouquet anyway. So why not go have fun with your girlfriends?
And you keep the vase.
Nice. And flowers.
Wait, that is a good idea. Yeah. I feel like it's good for girlfriends, but I even think for couples too.
For sure.
I kind of want to see if there's anything in Milwaukee like that.
Yeah.
Valentines in Ripon as well. You could go to Roadhouse, which is an excellent pizza spot, very similar to Dina Mia, if you will. And it's delicious. You can go have a nice pizza with the pals and then walk on down to the brewery in Ripon and just hammer some drinks.
You're going to be the spokesperson for Valentines now.
Yeah, you are.
You've embraced it.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
See, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
But hey, Patina V, I hear that's kind of a hidden gem in Ripon. So.
Okay. I have one. Do you know where the big train in Wisconsin is?
The big train.
That they do like
bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast, themed train rides. Spooner.
Ah.
You knew it.
You knew it?
I knew it was in that area, but I could not.
So they have this train, and they always have themed rides. They have bed and breakfast train rides, and they're having a Sweetheart Express dinner train.
Ooh.
So it's in Spooner. There's private dining compartments up to 6 people, so you could also do it with friends. It's a 4-course dinner: steak, salmon, ravioli.
Yum.
This is
mostly
all of February. So it started February 5th, goes through the 28th. It's a 2.5-hour ride through Spooner. $100 a person, and you take this train ride.
Really good deal.
How long
Yeah.
is the train ride?
2.5 hours.
Well, the only thing holding me back is the car ride there.
Yeah.
I gotta find
yeah.
time to do it though, because it's
You-
like 5 hours away from me. So I gotta just like find an actual weekend to go do it.
Go up on a Friday after work, find a nice place to stay.
If I go Friday after work, I'm not gonna get there till 11 p.m. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
We love you, Spooner.
I really want to go though. Those train rides are
No,
cool.
we keep talking about it. So maybe we do a podcast on the train.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually on the train?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating the food?
Yeah.
There you
That
go.
would be
Set
fun.
it up for us, Josh.
There's also, I think, another option is these like paint and sips. There's paint
Yeah.
and sip
Oh, yeah.
options or couples massage.
Okay.
That would be nice. Blue Harbor Resort, which you mentioned before
Yep.
in Sheboygan, they have a pop-up steakhouse dinner with lakeside views. They do the couples massage and painting class for 2. Make sure you reserve early. So a lot of these resorts do like painting classes and nice dinners.
Yep.
So I think wherever you live in the state, if you look up different resorts near you, there's probably something going on.
Speaking of paint and sip, there's a Valentine's Day night paint and sip in Glendale, which is in Milwaukee County. Takes place at Vibes Creative Arts Space. Have you been there at all?
No.
I know it's like kind of near you, but that's February 14th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. So the event is for couples or friends. I think maybe they sell the tickets in pairs. Maybe you can go by yourself, but that's what it said in the description. But what's really cool about this one, you do not have to be artistic to go because they have pre-sketched canvases for you.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're coming home with something that's probably still going to look good even if you're not an artist. And your ticket will be $87. You get a canvas, a welcome gift, a Polaroid photo for a little keepsake by their photo booth, and a drink of your choice from their
Nice.
menu. So
Well,
kind of a fun one.
my last one, I will mention a Milwaukee one that's free. So this is on February 12th at the Milwaukee Art Museum. So
Ooh,
they're doing,
cool.
so they're doing like a free art day. So you can go there. There's art making activities. There's story time for kids, meditative sound bowl sessions.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to be there. So if you go, you might see me there.
I'll probably go.
There's a film screening for Haitian art. There's a live DJ, a community fair, vendors.
Wow.
So this is a free event at the
Wow.
Milwaukee Art Museum.
Okay.
So that's February 12th. I mean, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, that
Nice.
would be good for me too because I have a rehearsal dinner for a wedding on February 13th and then a Valentine's Day wedding on actual Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
so-
Day wedding is interesting.
Yep. I mean, it falls on a Saturday, so it's like perfect.
Yeah.
But
Those Saturday Valentine's Days opens up a lot of opportunities for
yep.
the planning type.
Yes.
If you're not the planning type and maybe you just want to get outside and look, let's not forget about our little friends up in, let's say, like the Door County area or like Marinette, right?
Mhm.
Sure.
You can snowmobile, you can cross country ski, you can snowshoe, you can go to these bars and supper clubs that just experience it. I will say though, one truly like romantic thing that you can do is just go to the shoreline of Lake Michigan and find a restaurant along the shore that, I mean, anywhere along the lake shore and just get that and experience like, the beauty and take it in. Just spend a little time with your loved ones. That's all we're saying.
Yeah,
or your
I
gal
think-
pals.
I think Valentine's Day doesn't have to be as much pressure as people think it is. If
Right.
you like to go above and beyond, a lot of these events are going to be great for you. But if you just kind of want to, let's say you're really busy, you can easily just make a reservation somewhere or support a Wisconsin locally made place or a Wisconsin grocery store like Festival or Sendix.
Yeah.
Go get stuff to make a nice dinner at home.
Yeah,
Right.
you could cook. I mean, you could buy some rose petals.
Mhm.
You could make like something handmade, but you don't have to go big. Obviously, we're a podcast and it's more interesting to talk about the crazy big things
Right.
than like if we just talking about the,
Yep.
little things. But
You know
yeah.
what would be romantic
What?
and fun? You pick, top 5 burger places in the state of Wisconsin. And
I
then
just found the best burger in
you and your
Wisconsin.
significant other pick one and then drive to that. And that whole experience of going up there just together, just to try this greasy burger
That's
would be
fun.
awesome.
I just found the best burger in Wisconsin. I'm not even kidding.
Where
I made a video about it. That's how good it was.
is it?
The Crafty Cow. They have locations in Oconomowoc, Wauwatosa, and Milwaukee. This is not an ad at all. I was not paid at all. I had it, and it was seriously the best burger I've
What
ever
makes
had.
it?
It was, I'm going to be talking about this forever. It's called the Crafty Classic. 2 smash burgers, okay? Onion smash burgers.
Hold on. Oh,
Caramelized onions.
okay, that's what
On
it's for.
every layer.
Oh.
Cheese on every layer. They have a special sauce, which kind of tasted similar to like a Thousand Island, but a
Hold
little
on.
more
She
salty.
just swallowed.
I know,
just
I'm
swallowed.
salivating. And the buns were like toasted in butter. And they have McDonald's style French fries.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Did
Oh
you
my
did you
gosh.
stumble into this, or did you hear about it? And
I've just been wanting to try it because it's been in downtown Oconomowoc forever and have never gone. So I went. They have a really great beer selection. They have happy hour from 2 to 5 every day of the week. And they have a brunch special on Saturdays and Sundays where they have, you know, like brunch stuff too, like French toast and everything. $18 bottomless drinks too. For a 90-minute time period.
So, is this the best burger you've ever had in your life?
Best burger I've ever had in my life.
You haven't gone to Tipsy Cow then in Madison, have you?
Oh, I've been to Tipsy
I
Cow.
totally agree. I
Thank
I've
you.
been to Tipsy Cow. I've been
Well,
to Tipsy
Gavin and
Cow
Josh, you're gonna have a
multiple times.
Valentine together at Tipsy Cow.
So you think better than this Tipsy Cow?
Better than Tipsy Cow, better than Kitty O'Reilly's was my previous #1 burger
Okay.
in the state, which is in Surgeon Bay.
What's your #1 burger?
I mean, it's one of my favorite ones, especially in this area that I is Tipsy Cow. You know, you get the Tipsy burger. It's got Newski's bacon on it. It's got, you can get fried onions or raw onions on it. I go with the fried. There's 2 patties smashed, and they have their own special sauce. And my mouth is pouring right now because I'm thinking about it.
The only thing about Tipsy Cow, I do like their food, but everything there's a la carte.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
it's
like
all right.
that.
It's all right.
I'd rather just pay for my meal and get my
You
meal.
know, actually, Blue Moon has really great burgers right downtown, you know, on campus
I've
for
never heard
Madison.
of that.
Great place. Kind of sneaky little spot. Like you almost have to know that it's there.
Yeah.
That place is great. You know, if we start going around the state and thinking about great burger places, we can do a whole episode on great burger places. But I mean, it's
Maybe that's next.
maybe. But my whole thing is, if you pick it could be your favorite pizza, it could be a favorite supper club, whatever. And you make a journey there. It could be a 2-hour drive, could be a 3-hour drive where you get a stay, or it could be an hour drive away. It doesn't really matter. But, you know, I think about our friends that are living in, let's say, Washington County. You have all these great restaurants that you can get that's over by the Holy Hill area. And then you can take the Kettle Moraine Scenic Drive and then take that in, beautiful drive, and then pick one. I mean, you can go to Fox and Hound. You can go to any of these, like Johnny Manhattan's. Like, go to some of these
I still
places that
haven't
are
been there.
great.
It's 10 minutes for me, and I have not been to Johnny Manhattan's.
So now you need to go.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just the journey to go there is the best part. And then the payoff, you know, like your reward for going there could be your experience, whether it's positive or negative. Because I've done this before where we've said, okay, let's try to find a great burger spot. And then somebody tells us, hey, you got to try this one. And then we go there and it's like, oh my God, this is terrible. But guess what? It was the journey there. It was having
Yep.
fun about going there. So just do that.
Something we did one time for Christmas, which I think could be fun for Valentine's Day, is you make a list of activities. You put it in like a little hat.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you pick it out. So maybe it is like, I put in some of the best burger places. Let's pick it out and see which one.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to be smart about Valentine's Day, because if it's a place that needs
Right.
reservations,
Right.
if it's a fancy dinner, you're going to need reservations,
Right.
Right.
and maybe even like not as fancy. So you'll have to like kind of think about that element. But maybe there's just a list of activities and you pick it out of a hat, or you have your partner pick. That could be really cute.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we actually kind of do need to
To
wrap
wrap?
it up. We need to wrap it up. So is there anything that someone's just burst in to say here?
Go to Crafty Cow, the one in Oconomowoc. That's all I got to say.
Just enjoy Valentine's Day with the ones that you love. I don't have anything.
Yeah, okay. Gavin, did you get any ideas?
No,
This episode?
I'm balling on a budget, so you know
Hey.
there's a lot of stuff.
That's where
going
you're going to be
hotels.
going to Sendix and just
Yeah,
doing your
exactly.
thing.
No, you're going to go to the Green Bush and you're going to buy yourself a pizza, and then you're going to walk down to Green Bush Bakery and get yourself a donut.
Yeah.
That's balling on
There
a
you
budget.
go.
I mean, I think when you're trying to save money too, if you can do something creative or like an element of surprise that obviously you can do a lot of that stuff for free.
Yeah.
Just something more like meaningful and thoughtful.
Yeah, set up a nice little movie night.
Yeah. Like I think the thought that counts goes, that goes a long way.
Yeah,
Go
you don't
find
have
a
to convince
skating
me.
rink.
You have to convince my girlfriend that it's the thought that counts.
Oh, there we go. Well, Gavin's girlfriend, if you're listening, he's trying his best, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Gavin listeners, that is all we have for you today. Make sure to check out some of these Valentine's Day events. Plan ahead if you need to, because a lot of these are going to book up fast. But until next time, we'll see ya.
Bye.
The Cabin is also brought to you by the Del Bar, one of mine and Josh's favorite supper clubs in the Wisconsin Dells. Josh, the Del Bar is so good.
It's one of the best.
What's your favorite thing to get when you go there?
Surprisingly, they have a pork chop there and a chicken cordon bleu. Don't let that get by you. I know everybody's going to go there and want to get the steak, but
Right.
it's chicken cordon bleu. I love it.
I don't mind a chicken cordon bleu. When I went there, we started off with the cheese curds, which we talked about earlier in this episode. They have the Sassy Cow cheese curds with the homemade honey mustard. So delicious. And then we, of course, I think they give you like a little dinner roll and some breadsticks, which is a supper club classic thing to do in Wisconsin. I know you love those little breadsticks.
So anytime that I'm there and they put it on the table and there's like little slices of the bread and it does not, it's very selfish of me, but I eat a lot of those and the rest of the table is just watching me.
I don't know how you can not eat the bread there. It's so good. They also have a really great wine, cocktail, beer menu. I got, I think, a Cabernet when I went, and it was delicious. And all of the servers there are so knowledgeable. So if you have any questions or say, I like this, but I don't like this, they're definitely going to be able to help you find what you want. A lot of their staff has been there for a long, long time. Their head chef has been there for over 35 years, which is crazy. A lot of their servers too have been there for over 5 years. So they really just know the place well, know the menu well. Obviously, you have to check out the steaks if you go there, but it's also great for Valentine's Day. So if you want to make a reservation, that's one of the few places in the Dells for a supper club that you can. So be sure to go check out the Del Bar. Today's episode of The Cabin was hosted by Andrea Belke and Megan Christian and produced by Andrea Belke. Audio engineering and video teasers by Nick Cardarella and Megan Christian, with social media by Megan Christian. Production support by Gavin McLean. The Cabin is a production brought to you by Discover MediaWorks. To learn more, head to discovermediaworks.com and don't forget to leave a review.